Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are back at Benilde-St. Margaret's, bringing you high school varsity boys basketball Metro West Conference style, with the Orono Spartans coming in, taking on the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret's. They're ranked in the top 10, but these two teams have an even record overall, despite the fact that the Red Knights lead in the conference. But they're at home tonight, and the Spartans getting introduced right now. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. We've got 3 cameras on hand, and this game has a lot of intensity. 2 former University of Minnesota Gophers at head coach Barry Wohler. There he is to your right in that lower right-hand corner with the left fist bump, from Howard Lake Raveley fame. I think they won the state tournament that year. And then Damian Johnson, of course, a former Gopher as well. So good game on hand tonight. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Our starting lineups just having been announced. And what I got to tell you about Benilde, in their last 6, they come in 5-1, but they lost to Waconia on the road, a very tough Waconia team. And leading tonight, as we look at number 11, Owen Hurt check in, and then number 23, Abu Kita, getting the start for the Red Knights. And that is number 33, Mitchell Koch. He's averaging 11.1 points per game. And there's the leading scorer for the Red Knights, Jalen Wilson, at 19.8. So what I was about to say is that with regard to the Red Knights, they've got 3 of their best players, all have first names beginning in J. Jaden, Jaleel, and Jalen Nelson. I'll try to keep them straight tonight. Jalen Wilson, number 24, the junior, averaging 19.8 points per game. Then there's Jaleel Donley, the junior, number 5, 16.4 points per game. And then there's Jaden Daisy at 15.0 points per game, the senior. I'll try to keep the Jadens, the Jaleels, and the Jalens differentiated so that you can understand what's happening. But again, glad you're with us, and we're about to begin. This promises to be a tough game. Orono on the road, needing a win to advance in the conference standings, and they get the tip right off the bat. And tough defense on that sideline, intercepted by number 3 for the Red Knights. That's Ronald Lee, and he takes it home on the left side. 2-0 early lead just underway here on the home court of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Now with the ball, number 3, that's Riley Nelson, over to the right side, and that pass to the top of the key, unable to handle it. Nolan Graves, he's their leading scorer, the junior, averaging 25.6 per game, loses the handle on that pass. So an early mental mistake, I'd say, on the Spartans. 2-0 lead, and in the hands of number 3, Ronald Lee, averaging 9.8 per game. Now driving on the left side is number 5, Jaleel Donley. Again, he's averaging 16.4. He draws the foul, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. And that'll stop the clock with 17:28 to go here, first half. At the line, the left-handed shooting, Jaleel Donley, the junior. Off the back rim. Free throw percentage on the year for the Red Knights, 68.2, or 0.68%. Just under 70, and number 5, Jaleel Donley makes that. 3-0 lead. Orono now with their second possession. Unforced error the last time up the court on the road on a Friday night. Glad you're with us at Benilde-St. Margaret's. Now into the corner. We are on location in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Now with it, number 5, Nolan Graves. He's their biggest threat, 25 a game. Nice move, pivot with the hand. Looked like it got blocked, but he followed his own shot and lays it in. Nice job by Nolan Graves, staying with it. And a lesson in following your shot. And now the interception and then the hit, and that should be a foul maybe on the Red Knights, but incidental contact is probably what occurred there, but out of bounds. Red Knights retain possession, and there is the follow-up right there by Graves. Contact underneath, but the concentration of Nolan Graves just kept his eye on that ball and didn't give up on it. Gets Orono within one here early on now. Ball in the far corner to number 1. That is Jaden Daisy now on the near side. Jump shot by Lee, in and out. Rebound, Jalen Wilson, turnaround jump shot. What a rebound by Wilson. Couldn't get it to go. Now Orono down underneath to Graves, and they catch him off guard, but they couldn't convert. A bad miss there for Orono. Now back on the other side, drawing contact. Driving, Jaden Daisy, the senior, averaging 15. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And there was definitely contact right there. Our end zone camera bringing it to you in living color right there. And at the line, Jaden Daisy trying to extend the lead. Back to 2. 4-2 our score, 16-16 remaining. Team fouls favor Benilde. They have 0 so far. Orono with 2 team fouls. That shot off the back of the rim. Now Orono into the front court. Double teamed on the near side, looking for trouble, and a foul called on number 1, Jaden Daisy, the captain, right there along the sideline. Bails out Orono. They're back in the front court, but the Red Knights putting huge one-on-one pressure early on. And right there's an example. Now they're gonna have to burn a timeout. Or do they say it was too late? They do. Turnover on Orono, gives it right back to the Red Knights. The 5-second rule, possession called on the Spartans, Nolan Graves, and now the Red Knights with a 2-point lead in possession in the Spartan zone. On the far side, that's number 23, Abu Kita. Now Jalen Wilson, the leading scorer. Lee on the flank. Wilson from the far corner, off the rim. Rebound, grabbed by Daisy, comes into Wilson. He goes with the right hand, and there's gonna be a whistle and a foul. And I don't know if that was after the shot. Here's that end zone camera. Contact right there. And it is going to be right there. Number 33 with the foul. Mitchell Couch. His first, team third. Wilson gets that one to rattle home. 5-2, largest lead of the night. There's a good look at Jalen Wilson, the junior captain, leading scorer at 19.8, and he gets number 2 to go. Well done. All right, now inbounds pass. Full court pressure, although token pressure by number 3, Ronald Lee. As he faces up against number 3 for Orono. That was Riley Nelson. Now from outside, that was Nolan Groves. He's their leading scorer. His first 3-point attempt, hard off the back rim. 6-2 now our score. Red Knights into the front court. Jaleel Donley now with it. He's their second leading scorer. Now gives it up to Lee. Good ball rotation in the corner. Driving, contact, nice pass underneath Nikita, but he can't get it to go, and it ends up in the hands of Graves. Now to the front court quickly to number 33, Couch. Underneath, shot missed, rebound out to the top of the key to Groves. He takes a shot, that was off the rim, rebound into the hands of Lee. Lee now brings it quickly into the front court. On the right side, they set up their offense. Kita may have been open briefly down at the block now. Wilson at the top of the key, into the corner, shot, and nicely done, number 23. That was Abu Kita. He averages 9.2 a game, and the Red Knights up by 7. They won their earlier meeting this year at Orono handily. That score was 83-54 back on January 29th. Orono looking for some points. Groves, nice turnaround, can't get it to go. He's got nice moves on the pivot. They're very effective. He just hasn't been able to finish so far, at least early on in the first half, as we're now under 15 minutes to go. Top of the key, number 5, Jaleel Donley. To number 1, Jaden Daisy. Now number 5 again, Jaleel. Jaleel looking for his first points, drives, takes contact, puts it up off the rim, and out of bounds. Orono awarded possession, and that stops the clock with 13:54 remaining. Well-played game here as we look at that nice looking three-point shot by Abu Kita, number 23, bringing it home for the Red Knights. Under 14 to go here, first half. Low-scoring game, which favors the Red Knights. Coming in, taking the pass underneath was Brady Woolley, the junior. He averages 13.7 a game. Nolan gives him the bounce pass. He comes in. I don't know, not a lot of contact there. Not a huge protest from Jalen Wilson, but he'll get called for his first personal, team second. But it'll be a two-shot shooting foul for Brady Woolley, and he can't get it to go. You're gonna win on the road against the conference-leading Red Knights. You've gotta be efficient at the free throw line. And that is 0. Well, Brady Woolley, long time before he got the ball. It could have been icing him there. I'm not sure what the delay was for. And that's off the rim, misses two, but underneath the rebound, and the shot went up, no foul called. That was Mitchell Couch with the great offensive rebound. Wondering whether he should have taken it back out and got a new shot clock. And again, the shot clock, a new rule this year in high school basketball, but I've very rarely had to refer to it. As these teams, everybody wants to run and gun in Minnesota high school basketball, and just like that, Abu Kita is having a night with a couple of baskets now, and now that shot blocked underneath, rebound Kita. The junior having a great night. Now into the front court, number 3, Ronald Lee to Kita. Now Jaleel Donley settles it down. He's very athletic now. Jalen Wilson to Jaleel. From way outside, he gets that to go. Pete Maravich style, left hand. He shot that right from his hip, and he's starting to settle in. You can just see it in the way he retreated from that beautiful shot. Red Knights 14-2 now, 12-point lead. And the Orono Spartans need a basket badly, and they get it right there from number 5, Nolan Graves, the junior, leading scorer. That's a little bit of a confidence booster if you're a Spartan fan. Now in the front court, Lee to Jaleel Donley. Tried to make a look down to Jalen Wilson, and great defense by number 3, Riley Nelson. Saw it all the way as we watch that shot right from the hip. Pete Maravich style. Well done, number 5, Jaleel Donley, the junior. All right, now side out for the Red Knights. They still lead by 9. Their largest has been 12. Checking in for the Spartans, it was announced number 1. I didn't catch, oh, number 1, Connor Larson. All right, now the Red Knights. And Donley again, and now after that first basket from that far corner has found the range. 2 in a row, 16-5, 11-point lead. Down underneath, Woolley can't get it to go. He's the tallest lad on the floor. I don't know how tall he is, but just from eyesight on the sideline here, that's what he looked. Now driving and scoring, number 1, Jaden Daisy. He starts to inch towards his 15.0 average per game. Now into the forecourt for Orono, driving Woolley, and they're going to call the travel. They are. He did get that basket to go, but there may have been an extra step. You can judge for yourself, but before then, here's the shot by Jaleel Donley, the lefty. 2 in a row. And he's in the zone right now, and we've got a timeout on the court taken by Barry Wooler and the visiting Orono Spartans, and a wise one there as his team is now down 13 with 11:29 to go. And we can look ahead here to the Red Knights' remaining schedule. They've just got 2 games to go, and I was going to comment, it is state tournament time here in Minnesota. You can feel it in the air. Before I came to the broadcast, watching the girls' high school hockey tournament a little bit this afternoon and tonight. There's the schedule coming up. 2 more games, and then it'll be section playoffs for the Red Knights. So they get Chaska here at home, another tough rival, and then on the road at New Prague to finish it out. Red Knights 5-1 in their last 6 atop the conference. And just looking at that score against Jefferson, 101 points. They certainly are capable of that. But tonight, a low-scoring affair. As both these teams play very physical. Okay, following the timeout, approaching 11 minutes to go, and now a quick whistle. And a foul going to be called against the Red Knights, offensive foul. Number 34, block underneath. That's going to be called on Xavier Lumpkin. Away from the ball, offensive foul. That'll even up the team fouls for both teams, 3 apiece. Now Orono, Woolley, number 0 to number 5, Nolan Graves. Back to Woolley, intercepted by number 1, Jaden Daisy. Comes in all alone with the left hand off the backboard, the rim, and in with somewhat of an alley-oop flair to it. Jaden Daisy has them up by 15 here at home. Now Orono into the front court, looking for some answer somehow, somewhere, and it's intercepted by Jaleel Donnelly. He comes in one-on-one, splits the defense, contact, out of bounds, and they're gonna give it back to Orono. Letting them play here a little bit in the Metro West. There's Barry Wohler off the bench, espousing his views on that last sequence as we look at Jaleel Donnelly make that 3 a moment ago. 20-5 our score. One interesting fact to note is Orono is used to scoring 70 a game, Benilde 50, so it's playing into Benilde's hands with the low-scoring contest here, and that shot by Nolan Groves off the mark. He's averaging 25.6, but he only has 3, maybe 5 so far as we're halfway through the first half, so Red Knights defense doing a nice job on their superlative leading score at 20, almost 26 a game, and now Kita comes in and draws the foul, and I believe he'll go to the line. Hold on number 3, Riley Nelson, right there. He hit the deck, and that's going to be before the shot. So 4th team foul. Substitutions now. Number 0, Milton Nguyen checks in, 9th grader for the Red Knights. You can see him right there. Now throwing it in, Tanner Rose, who checked in a moment ago as well. Now Lee underneath, draws contact. His shot misses, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2 with exactly 10 minutes to go. As we get a good look at number 3 for Orono, Riley Nelson. And here is Lee driving, and he does get hit on the arm. Good call by the officials. And now Lee at the line. He averages 9.8. And that one is short. Free throws can be vexing. It's all about routine. You want to have the same cadence, the same way every time. And that one he gets to rattle home. 21-5, 16-point lead, largest of the night for the Red Knights at home. Just under 10 minutes to go, not even halfway through the first half, so there's plenty of time for the Spartans to get back in this one. They just need to start getting some baskets to go down, and maybe they'll get one right there. That was taken by number 4, Nate Chavez, and that's off the back rim, and the Red Knights are back in business on offense. From way outside, Kita feeling it tonight. Gets that one to go off the rim. Rebound, though, into the hands of Lumpkin, and the Red Knights have a fresh shot clock. 14 now on the shot clock. I'm going to try to pay attention to that a little bit more. Now Kita drives the baseline. Nice defense by number 1, Larson. And now a turnover behind the back dribble by number 4 for Orono. Goes by the wayside. Nate Chavez. I see what he was trying to do, but he was just in too much traffic. But it turned out well for the Spartans as it ends up out of bounds in their favor, so they'll have a side out underneath the basket. 9:14 remaining. Quick inbounds pass to Nolan Groves as he tries to work in to negotiate a shot, but before the shot, he takes contact. And that'll be another side out underneath with 9:10 remaining. And there was Groves just fighting his way, trying to find some room. Now in again, this time out to number 4. Chavez driving and against the backboard and in. Number 1, Connor Larson. Nice job on that inbounds pass, 21-7, and now Larson comes up with a save. He tried to pickpocket Lee, and now a push underneath. Are on the sideline, and what are they going to call here? Damian Johnson out on the court protesting what might be the call here. And we're going to sort it out here, and maybe our replay will see what's happening here. There was the great steal attempt by Connor Larson. Comes away with it, and it's almost out of bounds on, who did the last touch? Looked like a Red Knight, and that's what the call's going to be. And I think there were 2 foul calls as well. So 5 team fouls, one was on Orono, one was on the Red Knights, and there is Groves in a double team. Gets it out to the top of the key to Larson, who's coming off the bench effectively. And another missed catch by Nolan Groves, and a turnover forced by the tenacious defense by the Red Knights as they still lead by 14 with 8:36 to go. Orono, though, picking up the defense over half court. Number 1, Connor Larson. That's who I have in my program. They have him as a freshman player, but he is really asserting himself out here and making an impact, trying to get Orono desperately back into this one. And there is number 5, Jaleel Donnelly. That's his 3rd jump shot made in a row. And that kid is warmed up. Now Orono into the front court, trying to find some offense, and there's Connor Larson, the freshman, still making an impact in this game. Where has he been? Now Jaleel Donnelly. Jalen Wilson kicks it out to the near side. Lee drives, passes up the shot. Oh, that could have been a travel, I thought. He took a little second step there. That'd be interesting to look at again. And a travel underneath call. Here's Lee. Kicks it out. Nope, good, that was good. He established his position, just looked like it from a minute. Good replay there. Now Nolan Groves, 7:40 to go. Orono fighting hard here into the front court. Woolley, now 33. That is Kosh. Now Larson takes a hit. No call there from outside. Number 4, Nate Chavez, averaging 6.4, but he has 41 3-points on the year. Makes his presence known, and now the rebound by Woolley, and now the Orono Spartans down 12. Picks up his dribble. Could have been trouble for the Spartans right there. Now he takes it right back and does the dunk on the road. And that brings the Orono fans on the road to their feet. Under 7 to go, and they are feeling it now, down 10. Red Knights into the front court. Jaleel Donnelly, top of the key. And who is Connor Larson, number 1, right there. Wreaking all kinds of havoc for the Red Knights now here late in the first half. Jaleel Wilson, the leading scorer, puts one up. Rebound. Paul loose, picked up by number 1, Jaden Daisy. Now into the corner. Kita, short, rebound, Woolley. Here come the Orono Spartans. Groves now into the front court. Now Kausch. Groves steps up from free throw line. Can't get it to go underneath. Woolley gets the rebound, and he's going to draw the foul and the and one. And the visiting fans are ballistic right now. Look at Groves, comes in, can't get it to go. He's having a cold shooting night. Woolley underneath, unblocked out, puts it back up, and he's feeling it. 8-point deficit now, 6:07 to go. If you're just joining us, don't go away. This is ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and that is Brady Woolley, the junior, averaging 13.7 a game. Just dunked on the road at the Red Knights. Can't get the free throw. What a great rebound by number 34, Xavier Lumpkin. Pure athleticism right there. Now number 5, Jaleel Donley on the far side, driving. Daisy. His shot, and he silences the visiting crowd. Big time 3 there by Jaden Daisy. And the Red Knights are back up by 10 with 5:42 to go. Now Groves drives, takes contact. And the side official is gonna call it out. Here's Woolley with the dunk. And he took contact. That is big time stuff right there. All right, now Red Knights. These teams are at a war here. Out of bounds. Red Knights, 28 on the shot clock, 5:31 to go, first half. Throwing it in, number 5, Jaleel Donley. He's 3 for 3 for jump shots if memory serves. And he's at the top of the key. Jaden Daisy being guarded by Connor Larson. Larson forces him to take the shot, and he gets the bouncing in. Beautifully done, Jaden Daisy, the senior. Red Knights back up by 12. Now Connor Larson. This kid is good, folks. Outside, Couch can't get it to go. Spartans needed that one. Now into the front court quickly. Number 5, Jaleel Donley. Donley to the top of the key. Daisy, Jaden Daisy. Remember, we got the 3 J's. And that's Jalen, the 3rd one. And oh, he almost had the 3. That what a poetic statement that would have been. But now here comes Connor Larson. He wants to spin his own yarn here. Spins, jump shot, can't get it to go. But what a move by number 1, Connor Larson. Goodness gracious. Now into the front court, Jaleel Donley, and beautifully shot by Jaden Daisy. And now he has asserted himself here, bringing the Red Knights back to a more comfortable lead, back up by 14. Now underneath, Woolley, double team, power dribble, turns it around and gets it to go. Woolley, they're gonna need him if they're gonna get back in this one. Under 4 to go, 12-minute lead now. Pushing underneath, I saw Groves with number 1, Jaden Daisy. He's having a nice first half. He's gonna take his 3rd shot in a row, and he is hot as hot can be. He takes the fist bump from Coach Damian Johnson, 3.5 to go. And Orono's gonna have to come up with an answer. Look at how talented Connor Larson is, how he saved that dribble, even though he went down to the ground. That is incredible. Meanwhile, play goes on, and we look at Woolley here. Look at the power dribble coming right up against Jalen Wilson. Doesn't get better than that if you're a post player on the blocks, banging with the best of them in a Metro West showdown here in Red Knight territory. 3:20 to go. Red Knights with a sizable lead, but you get the feeling Orono could come right back if they start getting hot, and they need that kid to get hot. Groves, and he is having a very off night. Now with it, number 3, Ronald Lee. Lee with it. He started the scoring off right at the beginning of the game with a couple nice baskets. And now this man right here, Jaden Daisy, has been carrying the scoring the last 3. Goes for his 4th. This time he gets stuffed by number 4, Nate Chavez. Now into the front court, Orono. Despite being down, no deficit in their enthusiasm and their fight, that is for sure. You'd think the game was tied the way they're playing. That shot by Groves, and he just can't find the range. Now the Red Knights gonna make him pay, and Kita having a great night all around. And now back, Woolley comes back in, gets it poke checked away. Red Knights back into the front court, lead pass to number 1, Daisy, drives his shot off. Now he's missed 2 in a row into the hands of Orono. Stolen by Kita, and he's gonna take the dunk back. And ownership of the dunk on Red Knight territory. There was all kinds of sentiment there for sure. Now Groves gets an unlikely shot. That might wake him up and give him the confidence that he needs as he'll go to the line with the and one. The action could not be more intense. As he gets hit, he gets that one to go. You don't practice that one, but sometimes those ugly shots are what gets a great score going. Time will tell. We got substitutions on both sides. Hard to keep up with them all, I apologize. But this I know, number 5, Nolan Groves gets that one to go. 16-point deficit. And now Orono putting on some full court pressure here. A little 2-2-1 zone press here. Let's see if they fall back into a man-to-man, or they're gonna keep the zone and try to confuse the Red Knights on offense. Looks like they shifted to man-to-man here. And now Kita comes in, and my goodness, is that kid having a great night. Abu Kita, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. It's K-E-I-T-A. It's either Kita or Kita. Now Lee almost gets the steal, but nice job by number 11, Owen Hurt, trying to keep possession. Woolley now back to Groves. He's got double teamed, and there's gonna be a jump ball. And possession arrow favors the Red Knights, much to the chagrin of Barry Wooler. I can see this team is trying to get back in this one. And there is Abu Kita. I don't have up-to-date stats, but he might be their leading scorer, pretty sure, in the first half, as they're approaching 40 points here, and they only average 50 a game. Red Knights in the front court. Energies started to subdue here with 1 minute to go and an 18-point lead. And a turnover. And Orono needs to get some sort of momentum here going into the second half. There's our end zone camera. Okay, now with the ball, that's number 3, Riley Nelson. Trying to get something going. Woolley at the top of the key. He's the tallest player. The give and go to Nolan. He draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. And now Orono, just what the doctor ordered if you're a Spartan fan. Well-executed play. And the draw the foul can only help. Nice give and go. Kita draws the foul. That's his second, team's 8th. Meanwhile, Spartans have 5 team fouls, and Nolan now starting to find his shot. The good shooters do sooner or later. They're now down 15. 43 seconds to go into the front court. 28 on the shot clock, so they're gonna have to get a shot off. They can't freeze the ball like they used to. Now in the far corner, Kita. And it's a 2-3 zone now by Orono. Totally different defense suddenly here in the last 24 seconds. 10 on the shot clock. Jaleel. Red Knights seem confused on what to do here. Just a little bit. They're just passing it around the perimeter. Now they're gonna throw one up, off the rim, rebound, into the hands of Orono. 10 seconds. Coming in, and they're gonna draw the foul as number 3, Riley Nelson, took the outlet pass, and a great fast break out there. Executed perfectly. One-on-one, he came in, yeah, he got the push right there. 9th team foul. First, though, on number 5, Jaleel Donley. But no time running off the clock, 7.7 remaining. Free throw so important if you're a Spartan fan. Riley Nelson converts the first of 2. 14-point deficit. now coming in late, Jaden Daisy. You can see him in your picture there. Checks in for number 0, Milton Nuwan. 7.7 seconds remaining. Orono can cut the deficit to 13. And if they can hold the Red Knights, and a timeout on the court. No, briefly just for substitutions. Checking in for Orono is Mitchell Couch and Ronald Lee for the Red Knights. All right, 7.5 remaining. Red Knights going to try to get a basket here late. Orono would love to go in just down 13 where they've been. That shot, no contact off the rim, and there's the buzzer, and that'll end half number 1. Our score after one complete, 39-26. Come on back for half number 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location, streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us.
In Iraq, our truck hit a roadside bomb. I had about 16 surgeries on my hand so that I could regain function. And when I came home, I needed a new roof due to a storm. And my electrical was deemed unsafe. And I was about to lose homeowners insurance as well. I didn't really know where to go in order to get help. And so I applied for Operation Homefront Critical Financial Assistance Program. They've really been a blessing. Operation Homefront is a safety net. A lot of veterans, they fall through the cracks sometimes, and Operation Homefront, they catch us. It's been a blessing to us. It's a blessing to other veteran families, and it's good to know that when we come home, there are people who are there that care about us and want to see us do well and want to see us succeed, and we feel it, and we appreciate that. I would say you guys are angels behind closed doors.
Back on ParkTV 16 Sports on location tonight at Benilde-St. Margaret's, their home court, taking on the Orono Spartans, and that is our halftime score, 39-26, 13-point lead by the Red Knights, but that was not their largest lead. Their largest lead was, I don't remember exactly, but it was closer to 20. Orono closed the gap ever so slightly, but they still find themselves down 13. But as I was commenting during the first half, that differential is not as large as it may appear. Orono Spartans are used to scoring a lot of points, 70 per game. Their number 1 shooter, Nolan Groves, was very cold in the first half. Looked like he started to find his range, but meanwhile, the Red Knights played an awesome first half, scoring 40 points. They average about 50 a game, so they're already almost near that average and really played lights out here with a 13-point lead. But now we're going to begin the second half. 2 former Golden Gophers. There they are in your foreground. To the right, Barry Wooler, famous Howard Waverly High School player winning the state tournament, played for the Gophers, and then Damian Johnson, of course, for the Red Knights in more recent years. But we're underway here in this great Metro West Conference matchup. Glad you're with us. And this is old Big Ten style basketball. Very physical, well officiated, intense matchup, good crowd on hand, very spirited on both sides. Now underneath, Groves, who had a hard time getting it to go, is cold, gets his own rebound and gets that one to go. Better job by number 5, Nolan Groves, averaging 25.6 a game, and he gets off to a great start here in the first half, I have to say, and now they're just down 11. And they don't seem to lack at all in any confidence here. Now Jalen Wilson comes in and he draws the foul and gets the and one. And he'll go to the line. And he was quiet on the scoring column in the first half, and he's off to a great start. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just was corrected. Number 1 on Orono is Luke Knudsen. I don't know why I don't have it here, but he deserves the credit. So my apologies and thank you for that. So just going forward, Luke Knudsen is number 1 for Orono, and now they have the ball, down 14, now into the front court. Early here in the second half, number 3 with it. That is Riley Nelson. Now Nolan Groves at the top of the key. Tough, tight man-to-man defense by the Red Knights. And we're just as intense. And now the steal. Poke checked away by Daisy. And Jalen comes in, and the block is going to be called on number 11 for Orono, Owen Hurt. All right, Lucas Knudsen, the junior, is number 1. On the program I had him as number 6. So going forward, number 1 is Lucas Knudsen. All right, now, glad to know that here early in the first half. We'll see if he gets back in the game, and Jalen Wilson now has 6 points, 5 points in the second half, just within the first minute and a half. And the Red Knights cruising again. Now Nolan Groves, bounce pass underneath the Woolley. He gets it poked away. There was contact, but no whistle. As Kita came up with the steal. Now into the front court, Jaden Daisy drives. His shot off the rim, gets his own rebound. Rebound into Jalen Wilson's hand. He can't get it to go, and now Woolley comes down with it for Orono. Nice bounce pass ahead to Groves. Couldn't have been more perfectly executed. That was brilliant. And Groves now starting to heat up here early in the second half. 14-point differential. Now into the front court, Jaleel Donnelly with it. Now Jalen Wilson draws contact. At the top of the key, good ball rotation. That smooth left-handed three-point Pete Maravich from the hip style. Jaleel Donnelly back up 17 now, and the Red Knights just so talented. And Groves now drives and draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. And when I said he was heating up, I was not kidding. This will be his 3rd basket early in the second half made. That'll be the first personal foul on Ronald Lee. First team in the second half, as opposed to Orono. They have 2 team fouls, and that is Nolan Groves. Off that back rim, boy, those free throws, they need every one of those if they want to stay competitive tonight on the road against a very powerful Red Knights team. And there's the turnover, splits the defense. Couch, and he runs into trouble, trying to weave through 3 Red Knights. Not work, and now the foul by Woolley, and a good foul by him, as he'll make Jaden Daisy go to the line and earn those 2. But what a turn of events for Orono, looking for any opening there. They had the steal and then lost it. And at the line for the Red Knights, Jaden Daisy, the senior, averaging 15 a game, gets that one to go. And we are winding down in the regular season. As I was thinking about this match coming to the gymnasium tonight, this is playoff time. This is when you really want to start playing your best basketball. Sections are just 3 games away. And the feeling driving around and watching the girls' high school hockey tournament a little bit this week already. You can really feel that spring tournament, Minnesota style, in the air. Now Orono into the front court. Down 17, Couch looking for some room. Jalen Wilson turns him back on defense. Now at the top of the key to number 11, Owen Hurt. From outside, Nolan Groves. I don't think he's missed here in the second half after having a so-so first half from the field. Now on the far side, Lee to Donnelly. Now Jalen Wilson from outside, hits the rim, contact underneath, and I think they're gonna call it on Kita. Push, 2-3, and there's Nolan Groves. Perfect looking set shot from deep in the corner. And I said before, I don't think he's missed here in the second half, and his team now down 14. Still plenty of time. Couch from way outside, can't get it to go. Rebound into the hands of Kita. Now Jaleel Donnelly into the front court. Jaleel now crossover dribble. Works that left side all the way across underneath to Kita. from the top block. Underneath, Wilson with the rebound, blocked by Woolley. Wilson with the rebound, goes right back up, draws the contact, and gets it to go as he hits the deck. Comes up strong, and he's having a great second half from the field now with his at least third or fourth basket. Just battling away here against these Spartans, taking the contact, going down hard, and feeling the joy of the effort as he gets that to go, and he'll go to the line. Now checking in for the Red Knights, that's Tanner Rose, the sophomore, number 4. As Keita will take a break. 16-point differential off the rim, rebound Woolley. Still 16 points, and Rose almost gets a steal as he snuck up behind Woolley, as now it appears the Spartans starting to look a little fatigued. And now checking in, Luke Knudsen. I'll prove it to you. It says number 1 on my program. No offense to Connor Larson, but that's Luke Knudsen, who played so well in the first half, and now he's back in. Knudsen, a junior. Now Groves, Woolley, nice ball rotation by the Spartans. Quick side, and Donnelly almost gets the steal. He saw it coming from a mile away. Just couldn't get his mitts on it all the way. Just got by him. Pass intended for Lucas Knudsen. Now on the far side, Knudsen with the big shot. I love watching this kid play. Now Lee, Jalen Wilson, Jaleel Donnelly spins. Look at the athleticism. Rose now. And he gets it taken by guess who? Lucas Knudsen, AKA Connor Larson. Wow, this kid is eye-popping, number 1, Lucas Knudsen. Now Nolan Groves almost gets the steal. And as I look at the scoreboard, the Spartans are only down 11, and that happened because of that guy right there, Lucas Knudsen. He hit the 3, gets the steal, comes in. He's got a nice game, he does. Now Jaleel Donnelly, Tanner Rose, Donnelly. Can't let him sit out there. He's got a great shot. Rose from way outside. That ball is short and out of bounds, and Orono's gonna get the ball back, a chance to cut it to a single-digit deficit. It's been eons since they've been within single digits, and there's still 13-14 to go. Don't go anywhere. We're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Spartans still have some life left here. Now Nolan Groves underneath the Woolley, takes the hit, can't get it to go. Rebound, Red Knights. Number 1, Daisy. And now here comes number 5, Donnelly into the front court. He takes his sweet third shot. He had resistance that time. And now underneath, Jalen Wilson gets the rebound. But before the shot, or are they going to call it a shooting foul, is going to be called on Mitchell Kausch. That outside shot off the mark. Jalen Wilson, and it's going to be before the shot. He got him over the back. There's Barry Wooler. One of the most famous basketball legends in Minnesota basketball history. It's an honor to be here watching him coach, I will say that, and also Damian Johnson. Both these teams, what a tremendous, entertaining game this has been. Glad to be bringing it to you. That ball goes out of bounds now. Red Knights, 11-point lead. Certainly feels a lot closer than that, though, and I think they know it. Both these teams with identical overall records at 14-9, although the Red Knights have a superior Metro West Conference record. Now, Lee, top of the key. Zone defense, Rose from outside. Nice rebound by Woolley with the one hand. Now he'll bring it up the court, into the front court. Tries to drive, kicks it out to the near side to number 3, Riley Nelson. His shot off the mark, rebound into Lee's hands. He quickly brings it into the front court. Drives the right side, gets by Knudsen, now kicks it outside, and number 34, Xavier Lumpkin, gets it to go. He averages just 3.9, and now on the other side, the and one for Orono as they answer right back. And guess who? Lucas Knudsen. It's been a while since I have been impressed by such an individual performance in an unexpected way But this kid right here, Lucas Knudsen, dominating out there. Jaleel Donnelly will take a rest. That's third team foul on the Red Knights. 5 for Orono, and my goodness, a rare miscue there by Knudsen. And they're still down 12, the Spartans. The Red Knights up by 12. Into the corner, Jaden Daisy. Now to Kita. Jaden just too good, isn't he? Wow, that is cool hand Luke. His name is Jaden, but boy, oh boy, what a cool shot that was. Just to heartbreak these Spartans, just when they thought they were getting back in it. And now the reach-in foul by Lumpkin. And he'll get whistled for that. That'll be the Red Knights' fourth, and here he is. I mean, that is just too good if you're a Spartan fan. Now Lee will check in for Tanner Rose. And checking out for Orono is Riley Nelson. Throw in underneath for the Spartans. They're down 15, still time, but just when they get close, they just can't get any closer. Now Nolan from the outside gets turned away by Jalen Wilson, works his way in and gets that to go. Nice play by Nolan Groves. Had to make it up, the junior, he did. Now Lee, his team up 13. That's where we were at the beginning of the half. Now on the far side, he hit his last three. Daisy, that is, rebound into Woolley's hands. Chance to cut it to 10 or 11 on this trip. Now Nolan Groves stops, pops, gets it to go. And now we're starting to see why. He averages almost 26 a game. He's been nearly flawless from the field in the second half. 11-point differential. Now Lee in the front court. 24 on the shot clock. 10:40 in the match. Jalen Wilson gets it almost poked away. Red Knights retain possession. 16 on the shot clock. Lee from way outside. We haven't heard from him since early on. Bounces into the hands of Woolley. Now to the front court. Groves comes in, gets blocked, and he got hit, and he's going to go to the line. That'll stop the clock. Foul's going to be called on Jalen Wilson. That'll be team's fifth. And there's our end zone camera bringing you the action. Are they going to call it on Lee? And now a whistle and a timeout on the court taken by the Red Knights coach, Damian Johnson. And not a bad timeout there. With nearly over half the period to go. 11-point differential, and Orono at the line with their #1 leading scorer with a chance to cut it to 9 with 2 made free throws as we look at Orono's schedule coming up. And I had a chance to look at this prior to the broadcast tonight, and they are on the road there for the final homestand before the sections. Jefferson was a win the other day, and then they're here at the Red Knights. Then they'll be across the street, if you want to call Highway 100 a street, at St. Louis Park, and then they're at Chaska. So Orono on the road here. The first of a long road trip, although they do go home, don't they, each time? Of course they do, but on the road. And right now they are hanging tough, down 11 and at the line. A chance with their #1 leading scorer following a timeout. We'll see if that had any icing effect on him. All right, awful quiet here in the gymnasium. I think these savvy fans know that this match is far from over. And wow, Groves, that did chill him out. Hey, for no other reason, great timeout by Damian Johnson, just to shave 1 point. Now Groves with his second. Gets that to go. 12-point differential, no, 10-point differential. Closest it's been since early in the first half now. Jaleel Donnelly all the way across to Lee in the far corner. The shot, the running jump shot by Lee. Kita, though, with a big rebound underneath. And they're gonna call the foul before the shot. Gonna be called on #2, Logan Chappell. His first, team 6. So now the Red Knights in the bonus for the rest of the way, and that could prove significant in the outcome. They just need to go to the free throw line and make free throws, and they should comfortably win, but we'll see what happens. Now Jaleel Donley, 17 on the shot clock. Fires it across the way. Now Keat at the top of the key, passes on the shot. Donley faces tough double team there. Now on the far side to Lee, 6 seconds on the shot clock. 4, 3, driving and scoring. What a backbreaker that was. Jaden Daisy, the senior captain, delivers in the clutch as the shot clock winds down from the baseline. Meanwhile, back in the front court, foul going to be called on Keita. His 4th now. He's 1 away from ejection. He's going to come and have a seat with 9:38 to go, and that evens up the team fouls at 6 apiece. So now both teams in the bonus from here on out. Now Woolley back underneath. Groves, what a beautiful reverse layup on the inbound pass, and we're back to a 10-point deficit. Student section on their feet now with under 10 to go. They certainly sense the moment here. Now Wilson, oh, the reach-in foul is going to be called, and that's going to be a 1-and-1, and that's where this rule will really have an impact. Foul's going to be called on Brady Woolley, his 3rd, and team 7th. So Jalen Wilson goes to the line, the junior captain, leading scorer. And that's off the mark, but an offensive rebound, but a whistle. And if they call another one on Woolley, that would be his 4th personal, and that would be devastating for the Spartans, and it is. He just picked up 2 quick fouls. That is significant if you're a Spartan fan. Now at the line, after brilliantly getting that offensive rebound. Boy, rebounds are so critical to winning games and making free throws. Milton Nuon now, freshman. Big, powerful rebound there. Really stops the momentum for Orono. They had the ball with down 10. Now they're likely going to be down 12. With their big man Woolley on the bench. I doubt he's going to be there for very long. He might have to ride it with 5 here. 9:19 is when he had a seat. Let's see how long it takes for him to re-enter the game. And the second free throw made by the freshman, Milton Nuon. As he steps out, and he deserves a big applause, number 0. As now checking in for him is Xavier Lumpkin. But great play there by Milton Nuon off the bench. It's exactly what a coach needs from a bench player. Look at that. Oh my goodness, almost a steal, but a chance now for Orono. Coming in is Knutson. You can't give that kid room. He's that good. That is no joke. Okay, now down 10, 9 minutes to go. Jaleel Donley into the front court. Dangerous players everywhere on both teams. Great basketball here, Metro West style. Jaleel Donley now, backdoor pass underneath, no call. Ball loose and off of Groves. Nolan Groves got the last touch. No protest from him, 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 8:45 to go. There is so much time left. Look at Lucas Knutson sailed through the air with the greatest of ease. Donley driving off the back rim, kicked out. Now Lee gets it underneath the Wilson. He took a push from underneath, and that's going to be a foul called on Orono's number 2, Logan Chappell, the senior. And that'll be 8th team foul and a one-on-one opportunity for Jalen Wilson. If the Red Knights can make their free throws, they'll win going away. That is the name of the game. If you're a Red Knight fan of these free throws with the clock stopped, a nice shot there by Jalen Wilson. We get a look at the Orono bench. Wilson to the right there, Lucas Knudsen, who I have become a huge fan of. And Lucas Wilson, who can't be a fan of him either, excuse me. Jalen Wilson. Now, Nolan Groves into the front court. Drives left. Picks up his dribble at the lower block. Finds Knudsen. Now to number 2. Chappelle from way outside. Rebound, Jalen Wilson. Beautifully done. Now Lee into the front court. And Damian Johnson off the bench. Tell him to run the offense now. Run the offense man to man now. Orono's done a good job switching it up. And look at Jaleel Donley, the junior. He must be approaching his 16.4 points per game average. Now Groves to the near side. Chavez. Now Knudsen, the phenom. Look at his dribbling skills. Turn around. Had those players jumping. Can't get rid of it. Turnover. Now Donley comes in with the left side. Draws the contact and the whistle. And that'll stop the clock with 7:36 to go. And the Red Knights comfortably in front, down 14. And now checking in as we look at that one rattle in. Jaleel Donley, my goodness, so talented and athletic out there. And he gets that to go, beautiful touch. This Red Knight team is full of firepower, but now checking in, that's Brady Woolley. He's got 4 on him. He'll ride those 4 fouls now with 7:36 to go. He left the game with 9:19 to go. He's had a huge impact, and he got those 2 quick fouls within a minute, not within seconds of each other. And now he's gonna have to play without a whistle. His team now down 16. He's at the top of the key. Nolan Groves from way outside, and boy, he has hardly missed it all in the second half. Starting to see, not starting, we know why he averages almost 26 a game now off the foot of the Red Knights in an unforced error. 7:15 to go. Still time if you're a Spartan fan, and there's Groves with that set shot. Steps back beyond the 3-point line and gets it to go. And now a little full court pressure. And Couch gets by him, and there's gonna be the foul on Lee. He came in from the other side, and that's gonna put the Spartans on the line in the 1-on-1. That's not what the Red Knights wanted to do there, I'm sure. For Orono, the clock is becoming their enemy, and if they can get points without time coming off the clock, that is a double bonus. If they are intent on an upset here, and there is number 33, Mitchell Couch. He averages 11.1 a game. He's their number 1 3-point shooter, having made 56 on the year. But right now, they need his free throws. Really no room for error here. If you're a Spartan fan, he gets that to go. 13-point deficit. Hush in the crowd here. People can feel the tension. Great atmosphere on a Friday night. Where else would you rather be than at a high school basketball game in late February? Has that tournament feel to it. All right, now to the front court following the 2 makes. 11-point deficit from way outside. Lee, rebound into the hands of number 11, Hurt. Gets it across the timeline. Groves looks, no, excuse me, that was Couch. Now Hurt, now Groves. 24 on the shot clock. Couch drives the lane, poked out of bounds. I didn't see it either. Neither did the officials. It was that quick. And the possession arrow. No, let's see here. Couch comes here, takes a little contact. And yes, it did get poked, I believe, by Lee, number 3. He did. Good call by the officials. 19 on the shot clock. 6:39 to go. 11-point deficit. Nolan, big trip down the court here for Orono, I feel. They want to get in and running, jump shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Orono's hurt big time. Outside Couch from 3-point land. Off the rim, underneath. Rebound. And a foul on the Red Knights. And Hurt, number 11, gets his second consecutive offensive rebound, and now he's going to go to the line. And the Red Knights are protesting, and the foul is going to be called on number 3, Lee, his 4th, team 8th, to go against Orono's. They've got 10, so it's a double bonus for Orono. And now at the line, number 11, Owen Hurt, the senior. Oh, can't get that to go if you're a Spartan fan. Just when they get to right around that 10, 11-point deficit, they just can't get that extra nudge to get to the single digits to start to put some psychological pressure on the Red Knights. Donnelly drives, Jalen Wilson with a big-time rebound, only to be stolen away by number 3, Riley Nelson. And new life again for Orono, as now under 6 to go. Shot from outside by Groves into the hands of Jalen Wilson with another big rebound. One on the offensive boards and another one on the defensive. Now Jaleel Donnelly, and you get the feeling for the Spartans, unless they get some baskets to drop, that clock is really starting to loom over this match. And now a turnover, and that's gonna be a nice jump ball. And look at Owen Hurt really establishing himself, getting rebounds, now forcing a jump ball. Possession arrow did favor the Red Knights. Substitutions now as Milton Nuon checks out. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 11-point differential. Jaleel Donnelly into the front court. To the near side to Keita, who's had an outstanding night for the Red Knights. Now Jaleel Donnelly. Keita from way outside, in and out, rebound. Wilson, that's his 3rd in a row. Whistle, and he's gonna go to the line and shoot 2. Big time rebound by Jalen Wilson, dominating the boards here late in the second half, coming up big for the Red Knights. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2. His team clinging to an 11-point lead. Big free throws here, and he gets that one to rattle home. Leading score with 19.8 a game adds to his total tonight. Damian Johnson pacing the sidelines. He knows how important these games are. And Orono has brought everything they can, and that's a miss. 12-point differential with a 3. Spartans can get it to 9 with 5 to go. Approximately, Woolley spins around. Look out for the 5-second, gets rid of it. Now Groves uses his body so well to protect against the defense of Keita and allow him to make that, and we're back to a 10-point differential. Big trip down the court, and that's gonna cause Coach Damian Johnson to call a timeout. He knows. And he is exhorting his team. And look at Nolan, as he used his body right there. They could have called the foul if they wanted to, but he gets that one to go. And it's a 10-point differential as we look at the home crowd, the Red Knights across the way. And there are the standings, 10-1 in the conference. But if you look down, Orono 6-5. But if you look to the right, they do have the same identical record at 14-9. And I haven't done a game-by-game, team-by-team comparison in terms of what the strength of schedule is as opposed to both these teams. But nevertheless, they're both 14-9. And we're in a tight game here despite the 10-point differential, just because Orono is so used to scoring. They average 70 a game, and they do have some prolific scorers that if they get hot, they can get 3 baskets real quick. So don't go anywhere. This game is far from over. And Damian Johnson knows that. That's why he called this timeout. He's on the sideline. He's got the chalkboard out, or whatever they call it these days, the eraser board. Barry Wooler, 2 former Gopher head coaches of these high school teams. It can't get more Minnesotan than this. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Bringing you all the action live, streaming on YouTube, and all brought to you by the citizens of St. Louis Park. They are the sponsors, the City Council. allows these broadcasts to occur. Okay, now on the far side, Jaleel Donnelly, 4:43 to go. Following the timeout, they're up 10 with the ball. Lee now to the far side. Donnelly, jump shot from the side. He got hit, and the ball went in. And how good is Jaleel Donnelly? There is no limit to that young man's talent. My goodness. Hits that shot, just takes the contact. In a critical part of the game. Checking out now Hurt. Now checking in, number 1, Lucas Knudsen. He's the Orono secret weapon. Meanwhile, Jaleel Donnelly can't complete the and one. 12 points separates these two teams. That's 4 3-pointers. It's possible if you're a Spartan fan. Couch from the outside, can't get it to go. Nolan tried to bounce it off a Red Knight, and who did it touch last? Did it touch anybody all the way out? I don't believe so. The referees certainly don't think so. And there was Nolan. He was trying to hit it off Donnelly, and it did touch Knudsen, didn't it? Good call by the referees. Well officiated game tonight, I have to say. Not that most of them are, all of them mostly are. Tonight especially, I felt. Okay, now Jalen, they let him play, that's for sure. 12-point lead now as we approach 4 minutes to go. Donnelly with it. Kita. Now Jalen Wilson at the block extended. Him and Woolley. What a war these two have been having all night. And he can't get it to go. Woolley, good defense. Chance for Groves into the front court. The leading scorer spins, whips up, and can't get it to go. But what a display of entertainment that was. And now Kita on the other end drives it in, and he has had the best night of all. Abu Kita has impressed throughout tonight, folks. Player of the game, in my opinion, at this point. I don't have his stats, but it certainly feels like he has come up big throughout, as a lot of the players have. Including that man right there, Lucas Knudsen, probably in a losing effort, but they're down 14. Now Groves draws the foul. He'll go to the line, and Donnelly, I think, is going to get the call, and he asserts a mild protest as we look at our end zone camera. Great view there of the referee call. Damian Johnson in the background, and there's Kita. Nice crossover move there to protect the ball against Mitchell Couch on defense. What a great game this has been. Glad you've been with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Again, Nolan Groves, excellent player, rattles that one in. Still time, though, if you're a Spartan fan, but they've got to be just perfect, don't they? Now checking in Hurt for Couch. Hurt having some nifty plays as we watch Groves from the line, and he gets that to go. 14-point deficit now with 3:16 to go. Full court press now, 2-2-1 zone press. Now to Kita in the front court. Underneath, they break it perfectly like a practice drill. As they got it in the hands of Jaden Daisy. They broke that so perfectly. That is not an accident. They've worked on that in practice. Brilliant. That was awesome. Display of breaking up. Full court, 2-on-2, 2-2-1 press. They could put that in a clinic reel to teach. Meanwhile, foul back on the other end. Stops the clock with 2:46 to go. And Lee will go to the line after contact was drawn. And back to a 14-point lead here for the Red Knights. A lot more fouls here in the second half. 10 total team fouls now against Orono. 9 total against the Red Knights as Couch checks in. And Lee with his second, and a 15-point lead with 2:46 to go. And if you remember Dandy Don Meredith, he might start singing "Turn Out the Lights." But we'll see. 16-point deficit. Lucas Knudsen in the front court, 2:36 to go. Watch him spin his magic, comes in and gets blocked. And in Keto gets his second dunk, and that brings entertainment to the home crowd. The home student section is beside themselves. Lee serves it up big time. Keto delivers. And there's the student section having a great time in the Old Town tonight in St. Louis Park. Can't beat this entertainment. And the celebration is on here in Red Knight territory. Meanwhile, there was a technical foul, not sure what that was for. Probably having to do with the celebration. And Nolan Groves will do the honors, down 18. Makes that first one. I always thought when I played high school basketball, it was harder when you were there. You're so used to shooting free throws with the players there, it's almost more pressure. You know, it's not a normal feeling, but nevertheless, that's how it is. Feels a lot worse when you miss one when you're all by yourself there than when you got your teammates around you. Anyway, 2:24 to go. And following the technical foul and the free throws, they also were awarded possession. And so now down 17, driving the left side is Riley Nelson, kicks it out to Woolley. He's been playing with 4 fouls quite successfully. Now the rebound after the miss. And the Red Knights, that could have been a little travel, not sure for sure. Now Lee drives, splits the defense, tried to get it to Jalen Wilson's hand, who was cutting in from the baseline. And it got to him a little too quick. He's got a smile on his face. And that's a turnover, and the clock stopped with 2:02 remaining. And now some full court pressure by Xavier Lumpkin just to keep the Spartans honest. Now Woolley will drive, draws contact. Foul going to be called on 24, Jalen Wilson, with 1:52 to go. Here comes Riley Nelson, kicks it out. Woolley, the big man against the big man, drawing the contact. These two have been at a war all afternoon, all evening. And Woolley, nice shot there. Good player. Just a junior, he'll be back next year. Spartans got good talent. Players coming back. They were fun to watch tonight. If a few things had gone their way, they could have made this a lot closer, and I'm sure Coach Damian Johnson would concur that this Orono Spartans team is very dangerous. Now Jalen Wilson. You can see Coach Damian Johnson asking him to use his head. Easier said than done when you're up double digits late. That competitive spirit. But I understand Damian Johnson with this lead, you don't need to play that aggressively. Let this game end. He just wants to get to the locker room with the win, no injuries. Couch from outside. Rebound into the hands of Jalen Wilson, now to Lee. This is where you'd want to slow it down, but that's hard to do. These players these days, they are geared to go and fast break at any point during the game. And who can blame them for wanting to run, right? Mitchell Lee now will go to the line and shoot 2. As both teams now in the double bonus. Many more fouls in the second half. Not surprising, however, as Lee will look at his first of 2. And he gets that one to rattle in. And now Mitchell Lee. He got the scoring off early, right away in the game. Got 2 baskets early on. And you know the Red Knights never, ever, ever look back. And a lot of that is because of Mitchell Lee and the start he got his team off to. Now Donnelly with the steal. Wilson, he'll come in and slam it. Giving the home fans what they want, and why not? Now here comes Knudsen with the alley-oop, and he's putting on his own fireworks on the other end. Lucas Knudsen bringing the entertainment On the road, takes the shot and gets it to go. Carnage everywhere on the court in Red Knight land. Stops the clock with 1:09 to go. And now it's a highlight reel for the next 109 seconds, or excuse me, 69 seconds. Now Wilson will come out, checking in for the Red Knights, number 10. That is Davis Punachar. Also number 12, Luke Guggenberger. Number 2, Elliot Locka. And number 15, Christian Johnson checking in. Smart move by Damian Johnson. Don't want to risk any injury. Following the miss, and now a foul on Orono will send number 10. And I want to pronounce his name right. That is Davis Punkochar. He's a senior captain getting his first minutes tonight, and now he's at the line to shoot 2 in the double bonus. A little short on that one. Punkochar will get a second. Obviously a crowd favorite. He's feeling the pressure. Now Punkochar for his second. And he gets that to go, and he's in the scoring column. That's what high school sports and the spirit of high school athletics is all about. Punkochar gets that second one to go. What a great experience for him and the team. Meanwhile, back on the other end, Nate Chavez isn't giving up for the Spartans as he takes the drive. A little push off there, but he took contact from number 15, Christian Johnson, and now he'll go to the line. So it's a slow death here for the Spartans. Game out of reach, lots of fouls and free throws as he gets the and one. Nice play there by Nate Chavez. Red Knights now into the front court. Number 15, Christian Johnson to the wing. That was number 12 with it, Guggenberger. Now on the far side to Punkochar, and he can't get that one to go. Rebound into the hands of Chavez for Orono. Under 40 to play. Now into the hands of 24, that's Gavin McKirk. Top of the key, Chavez drives at the free throw line. Rebound into the hands of number 2, Elliot Locka, the senior. Locka picks up the dribble into the front court from way outside. Number 32, Drew Kasanich. Now number 2 from way outside, the left-handed 3. Elliot Locka, the senior, hits the 3. Much to the joy of his teammates. 5 seconds remaining. Orono on the front court. They're going to let it run out. And that's going to be it. From Benilde-St. Margaret, they take down the Orono Spartans in a heated battle. Great game. Our final score, 85-68. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production at ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Have a great night.